A lotus is a flower rooted in the mud that rises through and above to become a beautiful bloom. This is a podcast sharing mine and other stories of how we've done the same, choosing to rise above our circumstances to bloom. I'm your host, Amber. Let's get started. This is my friend Shailyn. We've known each other for a really long time.
At least 10 years because, I don't even remember how I met you, but we've been friends.
I think it's just like through the Layton crew, but
grapevine, and then we just connected.
Yeah, exactly. So we've been friends for a really long time, just through friends. And she has this amazing tea company that I absolutely love. It's like one of my go-to gifts for people. So I'll just go ahead and have you tell a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into your company and all of that stuff. So go ahead.
Well, I love when you ordered from me. Those were so fun to like meet up we were just talking about that actually, to like meet up in the parking lot. Like we would meet halfway because you're in Salt Lake and I'm in Layton, and we would meet halfway. I don't do that for everyone. Like
special treatment.
Yeah, when my close friends order, I'm all, let's just make a hangout session of it or whatever, or dip them out or whatever. So it always seems to work. I was always so excited to meet you or hang out with you. But so a little bit about me. Well, I grew up in Layton, so I've always just been here, Layton, Utah. The reason why I've stayed here is because I'm really close with my family. So we're all just kind of scattered around here, but I'm an aunt, I'm a great aunt, I'm the youngest sibling. Like I just stay in the area so I can always see my family. But
I love it.
Other than that, like I'm try to be a yoga enthusiast, and I'm married and I have 2 cats and we have a beautiful home, and things are good. You just gotta hustle through life, but as long as you have good friends and
Yeah. Did you let's see. I love that that's why you stayed in Layton. I think that's such a good reason, honestly.
Yeah, because like I love Utah. I'm a mountain girl. Me and my husband were mountain people, and you got like a little bit of the lake, you got a little bit of a desert, you kind of have a little bit of everything. So I do love Utah itself, but I would never be opposed to moving, but family has always kept me here. Yeah. If they moved somewhere far away, I probably would have too, but everyone's right around here and we need each other. Like we grew up in a very close, loving home, and us siblings were best buddies. So we just always loved each other, supported each other, and that just kind of grew into adulthood, and it's a survival fun thing, and we just support each other. So
I love that. How many siblings do you have?
I'm the youngest of 5.
Wow.
And they all have about 2-3 kids each. I just have 2 cats.
That counts.
Ow.
That counts. Yeah. And wow, that's so what's the age gap between you and your siblings?
I turned 40 this year. As the baby, I turned 40.
Okay.
And so then don't quote.
It's so weird.
If I fail this, I'm going to feel really bad. But my oldest brother is 53.
Oh wow.
Mark. So then it's just kind of scattered down from there. So
okay. Wow. I love that you guys are like best buds. So I'm the oldest I have 4 younger sisters. And then I have an older stepbrother and a younger stepsister. So there's like a lot in the mix.
Oh, nice.
But I think that we're surprisingly close considering we didn't really grow up together. We have different moms, but we have the same dad.
Sure. Yeah.
And so it's all, but like really we all kind of grew up as only children, or if our moms had other kids, like those were the siblings we grew up with.
Yeah.
And so it's always interesting to me. I'm like, what is that like to be like every day, all day, you have your siblings with you, even though I have all of these siblings.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your tea company and like basically like the journey of how that started?
Well, it actually all started through a tragedy that happened, and I knew I was going to cry, and I right there. So I'll just try to, but speaking of siblings, family, and business, that's all tied to why I started. I actually lost my older brother. He took his life about 6 years ago, and that's not something you ever get over or heal or anything. They say like time softens, and that's probably the only thing. But other than that, it's on my mind every day. I think of him every day. So 6 years ago when this happened was the hardest, most devastating, heartbreaking, crushing thing I've ever been through in my life. And when you're in that moment, you don't ever feel like you can get out of it. Mm-hmm. And you don't ever see the end of the tunnel. You don't see the way out. You just are so in the moment of like, I can't believe this happened. And, it was even harder than that. There's so many things with that it's not just the loss. There's so much that's happened. When it hits you, it's just more of like anxiety and panic attacks and not sleeping and stomach aches and back aches and migraine. Like it's just all these things happen to you while you're dealing with this tragic loss. And
is he like, where does he fall in the line of your siblings?
So he is the second oldest. Okay. So his name is Jeff.
Okay.
And Jeff, Jared, Donnell, and me.
Okay.
And Jeff is like, I'm close with all my siblings, but I've already touched base on that. But him and I had this best friendship. Like I always just go over there and hang out with him. Sorry, you can hear like tears in my throat.
No, you're fine. You're good.
I love to talk about him. I do. It's just hard to talk about the loss, but our friendship and our love for each other, I love to talk about because we just had this secret language of like movie quotes and dance moves, and just like he just was my best friend. Mm-hmm. And so there was the sibling loss and the friend loss and just all these things that just still hits me. Like it's still a thing that you have to make it through. But I'm a very holistic person, so I've always tried to find natural ways of getting through problems. Like I've had a rough life probably my whole life, from kid to now. There's just always things happening, but I try to always find a healthy route to overcome it. But this one was very, very close to home and very on my heart. So, and with such a tragedy, your life has to continue. So it's like you're trying to deal with this loss, but you still have to go to work. You still have to do all these things because you still have all these hats to wear. And I found myself like not only putting all these oils and stuff on me, and I would go to the store and I would buy tea because I've always loved tea, but I would go to the store and be like, oh, I need chamomile for this, or I need peppermint for this. Oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, I'm not sleeping. All this. And I just ended up having this like massive cupboard of just one box for one thing. And I'm like, what? When I'd go to work, I'd pick a bunch and just pack it in my purse because I was like, I need all these things. So then that kind of started the wheels turning of like, why have one box for one thing? Mm-hmm. Maybe I can start learning, researching, studying of what herbs do what for me, like combining them together to help myself better. So I started studying books, online classes, all kinds of stuff. And I started just creating my own blends, and then started having people taste test it. And they, it was helping me. Other people liked it. And so then the idea kind of snowballed into like, well, if it's helping me, maybe help others. And the thought of, once again, tying to like the headaches, the anxiety, chest pain, stomach pain, the whole works, I was like, I should pair these teas with chakras.
Mm-hmm.
Once I said, I know all the chakras for healing and holistic purposes. So I ended up tying each herb to each chakra zone. And that way, like, if you only want that one thing or you need the whole works, the full body experience, you can choose what you need.
Yeah.
So started snowballing from there, became a big thing. I've been doing this business since, and I actually dedicated my business. See, sorry, dedicated my business to Jeff, saying that I will love him for all eternity. So
I wondered where that came from, the
oh,
eternity.
you didn't know?
No, I knew that, like, I knew the stories was because rooted from your losing your brother and all of that,
Yeah.
but I didn't know like the name came from that. That's so sweet.
I just would always find myself saying, like, he's gone, but he's still here. So I will just, he's always with me for eternity. I love him for eternity. And then the word tea kind of snowballed into all these things and it just tied it all together. So I dedicated it to him.
I love that. Well, and what's cute too is that all of the names of the teas end with T
Yeah.
or have T in it, like immunity and
Yeah.
all
I'm
those.
kind of nerd that way. Like, I just, honestly, that hit me one night and I ran down to my husband and I was like, even better. I was like, how funny would it be if I named them not according just to their chakras? Cause like opportunity is like your crown. And like I named them according to like the zone, but I was like, I should name them or have them end in the word T.
Yeah.
And I'm Googling words, what ends in TY that I can make it TEA or TI and then I just went through this list and I just had so much fun. So even naming all of them is done. And then any like promotional ones I do, I still have that like, I got to have it end in like T and it's been fun.
It's so cute. Do you mind, how old was your brother when he died?
42.
42.
Yeah.
I always think it's so weird to me or it's a weird feeling when someone passes away. I hate to say you lost. I don't feel like they're lost.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
But when someone passes away and you creep up on their age or you surpass their age and it's like, I don't know. It's a weird feeling to me.
You have no idea how much I relate to that. So like I said, I'm turning 40 this year. 40 is just like, okay, that's a thing. I'm more scared for 42 because of that like thought. So when my sister passed it, she had the same anxiety thing. And then when my brother passed it, same thing. It's just like, you hate to tie that in, but it's just kind of a scary number.
Well, it's like one more thing that you're doing without them.
Because they stay that number and you pass it. So yeah, it's like it should still be the age that they should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
With your brother, was there like, did he have a history or was it just like totally took you guys by surprise or?
Honestly, it was completely by surprise. And that's why, when people talk about losing and I can't even say suicide, I don't like to even say it, but when people take their lives, people say like, oh, they had depression, they had signs, they ran away from home, they had all these problems, and then this happened. Or you do hear the stories of like, we had no idea. There wasn't even a sign, there wasn't even anything. And that was Jeff. He was so happy. He was a surge tech at a hospital. He was very successful, had a beautiful home, had a wife, and he was going through something difficult at the time, but he could have like fought over it. I think it just hit him so hard that he probably felt like that was his only way out. And there was no signs. So even that morning, we're like, no, this isn't real. He wouldn't do that. That's not him. And that was both are hard, I'm sure, but it's more of a shock. 'Cause you're like, what? No, that doesn't even, that's not him. That's not who he is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I feel like anytime someone passes away, or like no matter what the circumstances are, like when someone dies, you're still trying to make sense of it in your brain of their body no longer exists in this physical realm, right? Like
yeah,
even with my grandma passing away, she was 82. We were there with her in the hospital. Like it had been like a 48 hours. So there were like things leading up to it. And even then, it's like I was holding her hand. And so even experiencing all of that, like your brain is still trying to make sense of it. And I feel like when it's something, even if there were signs, it's so abrupt that it's just like, wait, what? Like your brain doesn't have any time to be like, okay, and then this happened, and then this happened. So it makes sense that this happened.
yeah, exactly.
So I can only imagine where it's just like, oh shit, like it makes no sense to
Yeah.
you.
Well, and even harder, let me grab a tissue. Even harder, my mom and I were the ones that found him. And so, sorry,
No, you're,
it wasn't the loss, but it was like the whole image and all these things that you just, I literally never thought I'd get over that. And I'm not, but I've had to like train my brain. Therapy helps people. Had to like, and thank God for Paul, my husband, Paul. I don't know what I'd do without him, but he also helped me with this like imagery of like when that awful image pops in your head, you have to immediately replace it with something. So I would replace it with like him and I outside laughing, being stupid, and just picture like his smiling face, not what I saw. And I had to do that all the time, all the time, all the time. And now, I mean, I don't want to try to think of it, but if it pops in my head, it's not that scene anymore. So I've had to train myself to delete that out of my brain because it's not easy. That's not
it
easy.
just sends you in a whole cycle, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's so wild.
That you get a little bit of time off, but it's like, yeah, I had to go right back to work and I was like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to go back to
normal.
Yeah. And it's like your life carries on. So you have to figure it out. And that's why I knew I had to take action on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Knew that my family members, my mom, everyone was also dependent. We're all depending on each other, but I know that for a lot. And if I wasn't okay, they read that, they know that. And it's like, well, she saw that. And if she's not okay, how are we going to get it? I felt like I had to play this role of like really taking action. And I feel like, it did help. So, and it's still something you have to practice to this day because we all still break down on birthdays, anniversaries, all that stuff. And it's like, and actually every day, but it's like I had to put myself on that path of healing. Like, I'm very glad I did.
I love that that was the route that you went of finding a coping to help you with the little things, but then that you were choosing healing versus, I think for a lot of people, especially I get it, like having to just jump in the day to day and you're like, wait a minute, the world needs to stop for 1 second, like pause everything so I can just recalibrate at least.
Yeah.
Instead of like this merry-go-round that keeps going and you're still trying to like pick up all the things that you feel like you dropped.
Yes, exactly. And Paul has said this, and I've heard this like quote a bunch of times, so I might botch it, but it says like, you can't control what happens to you, but you can control your reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And that's totally true because, girl, trust me, I'm like the nicest person in the world. But when this happened and then I had to go right back to day-to-day thing, I was not myself. I was snippy. I was very triggered by things. people. No, is the traffic, like all these things that I was like, oh, like I just was turning into this person. I was like, I can't, that's not me either. Like I need to control that. And so I had to flip my mindset of like, I can't control what happened, but I can control myself. Another thing that dove me deeper into like, what helps me? What do I need help with? Oh, I'm not sleeping. I'm going to make a sleepy time blend. Oh, I have anxiety. Let's load up some tea with chamomile and I'll just drink it so I can like calm down. And like, I found my sources and it helped me so much. I still use it to this day, obviously. I love people, but I drink my tea every day. Like it's still a thing that I need.
That's so powerful. And I think that shows that you're you're taking ownership of like the control that you do have and what's yours to solve. I think that some people have like that. I hate to say this, but like the victim mindset of, well, I can't control it. I can't control that it's not my fault that I'm angry. If this hadn't happened or if this person hadn't done this, then I wouldn't be angry. And it starts out as, okay, this big life change happened. Here are all of the emotions that I'm feeling because of that. But if they're letting that continue, then they're almost like, what's the word? Outsourcing all of their emotions to other people or other situations. And I love that you realize like, okay, here's why I'm feeling these things, but I need to control them because this isn't me. I don't want to be this.
Yeah.
Like that power of choice of how much control we really do have in moments where we feel out of control.
Exactly. And for everyone listening, that's not like a quick fix either. It's not like, oh, I am having this happen. I'm going to go do this and it'll be fine. It's not. When people also say like, take it day by day, I mean, that's true, but sometimes you need to take it minute by minute, hour by hour. And then you build yourself up. So you're working up to it. So it's not just a quick fix. That happened 6 years ago. And I still have to like help and train myself of like, I still have little triggers. I still have all these little things. It's like, okay, wait, hold on. I have to know like what to do, but it's still a daily practice.
Yeah.
And if you have it in your mind to, that's not who you are and this is who you want to be and that's your goal, and then you just have to work at it. But it's a work because then it's like you still have life to continue on. You still have other problems that happen along the way. Like there's still so many things, and it's like I feel like that was the worst thing that's ever happened to me, and I still have like, everyone has like all their other problems, but it's like I feel like I know how to approach things differently in a way of like, okay, this shit thing happened. Can I swear on here? I'm sorry.
Yeah, totally. I love that you asked.
It's a sentence enhancer. It's nothing bad.
Exactly. It's just a little sprinkle of spice.
Little sentence spice. Yeah. Things happen, but it's like I feel like I have more control over like, okay, I do a lot of breathing. I do a lot of like, I kind of know like these steps like to do, or there's times I'm like, I'm going to cry a lot. And then I'm going to put on my lipstick and then I'm going to handle it. But sometimes you just need to like have that release too. So it's not like you're wearing this tough armor and you're just the survivor of the world. Like there's shit that happens a lot and you just have to cry it out, punch it, and then overcome it. Like you got to do what you got to do to not have it built up either, Yes. I love that you said that. I heard this illustration one time and I think this is true really for anybody, but I think I notice it more obviously, like as a wife and a mom, we have a tendency to kind of put other things before ourselves sometimes. Yeah.
And one thing that's been a work in progress for me for the last couple years is, I love that you said like allowing yourself to feel the emotion if you need to, and then do what you got to do. And because I have had a tendency to be like, okay, I feel myself tearing up, and you can like feel it building in your chest. And it's like, I can't do this right now. I don't have time to do this right now. I need to get, I'm like around people that I don't feel comfortable crying around and, or whatever. I just don't want to. And I'll deal with it later. And then I forget to deal with it later because the time
Yep.
passes. But I
Yep.
heard this illustration of like, for so long, we've put this armor up, and we need to get to a spot where our body knows and we know, and we've created this life around us that it's safe to put that armor down and know that at any point in time, you still have access to it to put it back on. It's not gone forever. You're not giving it up. It's still there, but you don't need to wear it all of the time.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I think like that makes me think of how you were saying of in the beginning, like how you just kind of need to, and then, but allowing yourself to realize like sometimes I just need to cry. Sometimes I need to put that sword down and just like feel the emotion
Exactly. And
before it builds up.
exactly, because that's what causes the anxiety and the buildup. If you keep burying it down, putting that armor back on. I love how you said that. Like you can put it down, but if you keep wearing it and letting, try not to let anything affect you, it does affect you. And once again, I still learn that. And I even have, Brooke will tell me, she's like, honey, it's okay to cry. Just go cry, let it out, and then we'll fix it together and then we'll move there. But you can't have it build up because that does cause other problems. But I always thought, like you said, like if you hide it, your mom, your wife, you have all these other things you have to do. So you just put yourself on a back burner thinking that helps it. It doesn't. So people see that. I have a very readable face. I don't have
Me too.
My emotions are on my sleeve. People can tell. Paul will walk in the door and he'll be like, oh, you okay? Like he can just, what's up? And I'm like trying to be like, oh, it's fine. I'll just fix it myself. I got it. Don't worry about it. Like I got it. And he's like, no, we got it. Let's do this together. What's going on? And then it's always like, oh, and I just like, cause I still like bury it. It's okay to cry. That's part of the healing process. It's okay to release and let go. And kind of circling back, when I had to work right after the loss of my brother, I would like go in the bathroom and bawl, wipe my tears and go back. Or I would like, oh, I'm just going to get something out of my car. And I would bawl and bawl and bawl and then put powder on and put, and then walk in like, and they knew, and I didn't have to hide, but I felt like I did to like put on this face, and you don't need to.
Well, I think that's a lot of that too, for me anyways, is I don't know why it's like this embarrassment of allowing other people to see your emotions. Like you always have your safe people, right? Like Ben is my safe person. I have my best friends who are my safe people, or close friends, and or some of my family are my safe people, where it's like if they see me cry, I don't care. But for some reason it's like at work or strangers, you're in the grocery store or something. If somebody sees you cry, it's like, I don't know what it is. It's like this idea in our head that other people aren't supposed to see me be emotional. It's vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I don't know where that idea came from or what, but it's like there are people too. They cry too. It's like that book, Everybody Poops, Everybody Cries.
It's a good book.
It is.
No, but it's true. And like if I was at a store and I saw a girl crying or something, I would immediately be like, are you okay? Like, what do you need? Do you need a minute? I don't want to like intrude on anyone's personal business, but I would almost be like,
more drawn.
Man, like that, good for her for releasing when she needed to.
Yeah.
Even if you're just, Smith's and produce section, if you just bawl and it's okay.
Yeah.
And it's okay to reach out for help. And that's another thing. Like, once again, your supporters like Paul, best friends, my mother. Oh my gosh, my mom is the greatest person on this planet. And it's like, I also had to learn to ask for help. So I'm always like, I got it. I'm the firewoman putting out all these fires by myself, but I have a whole crew who's waiting to help. And I'm just like, no, I got it. And I've learned that if, message and be like, hey, how are you? Instead of fine, because I don't want to bother them. They're my best friends. It's my mom. It's my husband. Like, I would want them to tell me.
Yeah.
And so I've learned to be like, no, I'm having a bad day. Or
it's a little rough.
A little rough. And they'd be like, I got you.
Yeah.
See?
I will say that's like
recently happened. Like, I have my friends that are like, you're not alone. I got you. Paul, I got you. I got you. And it's like, you have to surround yourself with those people.
Yeah. I will say that's one thing that I truly appreciate about you is that I've never felt like I'm not getting the real you or that I'm getting a filtered version of you. And even if we haven't seen each other for a while or talked for a while and one of us reaches out and I'm like, hey, how are you doing? You're like always honest. I'm like, well, it's been kind of tough, but I'm doing all right. Or this has been going on. So like I think that's so beautiful in when people can just be real about themselves.
Oh, well, thank you.
I love that about you.
Thanks, babe. Well, like, once again, like, let's say you were having a really rough time and I'm asking you how you are and you're like, I'm fine. I would be like, oh, good. She's fine. There's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
And then say down the road, I learned that you were having the worst time of your life and needed someone and you didn't tell me. I would feel bad. I would be like, oh my gosh, why didn't you reach out? I would have drove down to your house, made you dinner. Here's teas. What do you need? Like, you don't need to wear the armor all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I do kind of in relation to this, but rewinding a little bit with your brother taking his life. Do you feel like, I feel like with something like that, it can go one of two ways where it either pulls a family together or it kind of pushes them apart because they're all dealing with their grief in different ways. What did that do for your family?
Honestly, when this happened, I feel like there wasn't even a question about how we all pulled together because it was like that night, all of a sudden, everyone's at my mom's house. Like, no one was like, hey, we need you. Come here, come here. Everyone, like, I'm talking, we had cousins, we had nieces, nephews, people just like came together. And most of that is honestly a blur, but I do remember like everyone was just right there and we all just stayed at my mom's like we were kids again. Like we pushed couches together and we would all have like a slumber party because like we didn't want to be away from each other. And like I said, that's been 6 years ago. And it's like my oldest brother had to deal with it in his own way after that. And then my other brother had to deal with it his own way, and my sister, and then me. But it's like we still come together. So like any family get together, like we still talk about him. We still talk about the memories, all the good things. Right. And there are some vulnerable times that we do have to like cry to each other. But yeah, I do hear stories where like people fight and they pull away and they horrible stories. And that makes it so much I wouldn't,
yeah, I
don't know if we didn't pull together as much as we did. And even birthdays, he's here. And we still like celebrate his birthday. So we all get together, we make his favorite cake, we have a spot for him at the table, like he's here. Yeah. And so we still make it so it's our own therapy too. And just
one thing I love about that you still celebrate his birthday together is I think that sometimes I've seen people where, especially when it comes to people taking their own life, it's kind of a coping for them to kind of be like, well, they existed for this period of time and then we just kind of let that be in the past. And I love that you're bringing him into your current present life together. I heard this quote one time that said that you die 2 times. You die when your physical body dies, and then you die the last time somebody speaks your name. Oh
my gosh.
And I love that you like that is a way that you guys are keeping him alive, is that like is through that, and that your nieces and nephews are hearing about their Uncle Jeff and he's continuing to live. And so they're going to be remember that and pass that on of these memories that you guys are creating, even though his physical body isn't here, he's still, you're keeping him alive.
Yes. Yeah. Right. It is also setting examples for all the littles.
Mm-hmm.
They loved Uncle Jeff. And how would it be if none of us talked about him? Because then they'd be like, wait, what happened? Like, where is, and it's just like, there's still loss in life. So if it teaches them at a young age that you can still love, you can still have that person part of you in any way that you want. And unfortunately, it's a part, not saying taking, right? Just loss, just your grandma, like just, it's part of how the world is. And if we teach them at a young age that it's like, we get through this together, and they're still important to us.
Yeah. It's teaching them such healthy coping mechanisms too, of like how to actually acknowledge it and work with it instead of work against it. Like what's that saying? What you resist persists.
Yep.
And so like how you can work with it.
Yep.
Instead of resisting it, like you were saying, of bearing it down and wearing that armor.
Yeah.
With your tea, I want to focus a little bit more on that. You've done like a couple, do you still do pop-ups and stuff, or?
Yeah, I do. I'm very open to any opportunity. I've done some vendors and like little pop-up booths, and I've gone to different places. I have my teas in a couple of like spas. I'm trying to get bigger and bigger. It's just a one-woman show, so sometimes it's like it's a lot, but there's so much opportunity that I don't ever want to turn anything down that comes my way. Mm-hmm. So even just recently, the Catalyst School in Kaysville, they reached out to me and they're like, hey, we're doing a Mother's Day tea party. Oh. Want you to like host for it and have all your teas here for. I'm all, yeah.
That is so cute.
Like, what are we thinking? Is this for like all the teachers? So maybe like 30 people. And they're like, oh no, like maybe like 300. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, heads up, because I love it. I have so much fun with this stuff. And I love to like do the parties. I've done like baby showers, like, cause I make like a little blend that's safe for pregnant women. And, I've done graduation things. So I'm very open to like hosting stuff like this. So it's fun, way fun for me.
It's been really cool too. I have, my mother-in-law is super into tea. She had like her tea collection. It's vast. She drinks like multiple cups a day. So, I think it's been like a tradition almost for Mother's Day. I always get her a packet or something. But I have a friend in Arizona, that I don't know why I just had this like inclination to send her a packet. And it was kind of funny. I was like, what's your address? And she's like, why?
You do it.
Are you coming to Arizona?
Yeah.
No, but I'm going to send you something. But she's had them, and she does yoga and is into chakras, and she's just a really cool person. I'll have to introduce you to her sometime. Yeah. But she's loved the teas as well. She's loved the teas as well.
Oh, yeah. Good. I know you've bought for me for a few years now, and it was either for you or for gifts, or you do multiple things, and I loved it.
Dude, I swear, but I always tell people whenever they're starting to get sick, I'm like, I have a friend who makes tea. You need to get her immunity. Like, stock up on.
Oh, man. When COVID hit 2020, I created the immunity blend. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that has ginger and echinacea and elderflowers and orange and all the stuff that boosts your immune system. But trust me, even if you are already sick and you drink it, it cuts the time in half. Mm-hmm. And also, I can deliver nationwide. So if you just order online and have it delivered, when 2020 hit, we couldn't see people, right? Yeah. So they're like, can you just ship it to my door? And that was the most popular thing. I did that as a promo, but I still do it to this day. Cause I was like, it helps. I drink it too, you know?
Yeah. I remember one year we were headed up to Wisconsin. Oh, it was when I was pregnant with Sloan. And when you're pregnant, like if you get sick, you can't take a lot of things.
Yeah.
And so I think we had been sick shortly before we left, and I'd ordered, I think like 4 or 5 bags from you. And what's cool about each one is that you can get multiple cups out of it. I usually can get 2 or 3 cups of tea out of each bag.
Yeah.
And so I remember I took those with me, and we were sick for like it was when we first got up there, and I was like, well, I can't take any. I think I was only like 12 weeks too, so I really couldn't take anything.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so glad I brought this tea with me.
Yeah.
It does.
It's a little lifesaver.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got these like little travel packs. Because I was like, yeah, like if I go anywhere, I bring like a couple with me, or I'd already have some like in a mug or whatever. But like I said, when I had to like go to work and do all these things, I would bring them with me. And I didn't want to just put a tea bag in my purse and have yucky stuff get all over it.
Yeah.
Like little like travel packs, and they help. Yeah. Trips. I put them in my book bag. If I'm taking a trip, I'm like, I want to take it with me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm good. I'm glad that. Cute.
I'm trying to think. Let's see. I had another question that I was going to ask you, but I don't remember what it was.
I don't know either, but I love you.
I love you. Was there, I'll have him like edit this part a little bit out while we're just conversing. But was there anything else that you wanted to bring up, that you wanted to talk about, or that I skipped over?
No, I think you did kind of give me a heads up on like if someone were gonna go through.
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot about that part.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and ask me. I'll be surprised.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
So one question that I like to ask everybody is what is something that you've learned with everything that you've gone through that you would like to share with somebody who might be going through something similar?
Well, I kind of had an answer prepared because I've watched your podcast before, and I know that you asked that. And I honestly love that because I've even learned from the people who you've interviewed, and I love it. And by the way, I love how your thing is a lotus, because that's what it is. It's like you're buried in mud, and the only way to overcome it and rise above, or in order to bloom, you rise above it. So you can be buried in shit, think that you're just not ever going to be able to get out of it, but you can rise above it. You can. And to circle back with things that we've touched base on is it's okay to take off the armor. It's okay to pick it back up. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to cry in a grocery store. It's okay to feel your feels and let it go, and then put that armor back on, and you can do it. And, you know, we've talked about friends and mothers and husbands and kids, but you can do it yourself too. And like, once again, to circle back with, you can't control what happens to you, but you can control your reaction. And you can either go down a dark path of drinking and drugs and whatever you feel to like mask the pain, but that's only going to make it worse. Go right to the source, the mud of the lotus. How do I get out of this? Got to find your way to rise above. And that's the healthy way, and whatever that means to you.
I love that. I love that because that's exactly like what I always talk about. I remember one time when Ben and I were first dating, I'd had like a really hard day. And I don't know if you do this, but sometimes when I have a hard day, I'm like, I just need to take a shower. I need to like wash this off of me.
Oh, yeah.
And at that point in time, I wasn't super into like the energy of things that things carry or whatnot. But it's interesting how you look back and you're like, my subconscious knew, like I just needed to wash this energy off of me. But
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
So I took a shower, and when I got out, I used to have little dry erase markers next to on my counter to write like my to-do list, or if I had a quote or something,
Yeah.
or if I remembered something I needed to get at the grocery store, I'd hurry and write it on there. And Ben had come in while I was taking a shower and wrote on the mirror, you can't always control the waves, but you can learn how to surf.
What a good boy.
I know. And I remember I took a picture and I was like, I think I'll keep him. And I did.
Oh, what a good boy.
You know? And it was so sweet. And I kept it there for a while. And I always think about it, just like what you said of you can't control what happens, but you can control how you react. Like the waves are going to come,
Yeah.
and you can learn how to surf.
Yep.
And it doesn't mean you're not in the waves. It doesn't mean you're not going to be taken out by the waves, but you have that skill to kind of, same as the lotus, of like rise above it.
Yeah.
The other thing that I love about the lotus is that it's not like it goes up and now it's this flower and then its stem just pops up and it's no longer part of that mud. It's like it's always pulling nutrients or lessons learned from it. And I love how earlier you said that experience around your brother kind of helped you in other things of like, okay, I've dealt with this hard thing before, and recognizing, oh, this is happening. I need to go back to the source. Oh, this is happening. I need to go back to the source. Like, I need to solve these things, of whether it was related to your brother or other things. You just knew like, ooh, this thing is happening. I need to work on that.
Yeah.
And having that like experience kind of guide you through how to handle everything.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool.
Well, I was going to say, like, meditation is a good tool as well. And it made me think of when you said you felt like you had to go take a shower.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of the shower meditation?
No, I haven't.
Girl. All the time. But when you're in the shower, get a shower cry your eyes out in the shower. But what you're visualizing is all the pain, frustration, emotions, or whatever are being washed away.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting rid of it. You're visualizing it going down the drain. You're releasing it from your body. And you just visualize this whole process of like, I'm getting rid of it. It's gone. It's down in the drain. I'm not seeing that thing anymore. And then when you get out of the shower, you're just like you're clean, you're refreshed.
Yep.
Let every emotion out, and then you can carry on through your day. Have a shower cry. It's therapeutic.
You know what's so wild is my grandma. So I've talked about this before on my podcast, but I don't know if I've ever mentioned it to you. My grandma pretty much raised me.
Mm-hmm.
So I talk about her a lot. To me, she's a mother figure to me. She's one of my parents, basically. So I have like the whole like, it makes me think of Forrest Gump of like, my mom always said. But it's you, like my grandma always said, da da da. And one of the things that she used to always say is if you have to cry, cry in the shower so it can just all wash away. So that's so why I never knew about the shower meditation, and I don't think she did either. But I love how that like all ties together. Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
Grandmas know. Listen to grandma. They know.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I'm so glad we finally got to make it work, because I've been like pretty much since day one, I've been wanting to have you on the podcast. So,
well, and I love you. I support you no matter what you do. And I wasn't even like, not like this is a nerve-wracking thing, but I was like, it's Amber. She's my girl. I'm just having a conversation with my girl like we would when we would meet up. Like I love you. I always support you. You're amazing. And I love what you're doing. And I'm glad to be a part of it.
I love you. And same thing. I feel exactly the same way. I will say, I have to tell like everybody, if you ever need a cheerleader on your side, Shay is like one of the best people. Like any little fixation that I've had, you've been like, how can I support you?
Yes.
Please let me order from you. And
hype girl. Yes. Do it.
Time girl. So yeah. And honestly, even if your tea didn't have the backstory that it does, which is like such a even more reason that I love to support you. Like, I just love the idea that like you said, and I think we've said it a bunch of times, is that like you have the power within yourself to help yourself, and how you have resorted to these natural holistic ways that just work with your body, work with your chakras so they can work together to help you.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things. So anytime anyone mentions tea, I'm just like, I know a person.
Tea girl. Yep. It's on my car, girl.
Oh,
I love you. You're amazing.
oh, thank you so much. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode. If you liked what you heard, please remember to subscribe and go leave a review on Apple Podcast. It helps me know what you want to hear and who I should have as a guest next. Thanks again, and until next time, keep living the life of a lotus.